Hi, my name is Veronica N. That's VERONICANIZAMA. So, good afternoon. I'm a ferret owner from Queens and one of the co-founders of the New York City Ferret Club. And I'd like to thank the board for your time today. I'd like to start off by saying that the domestic pet ferret is a great pet for the typical New Yorker. They can sleep over 20 hours a day and are usually confined in a cage when its owner is away, similarly to craving a dog, but without all the guilt. They can be litter trained like a cat, make little to no noise, and don't need that much room. They're perfectly suited for apartment life and can be a great option for people who want to have a pet but have cat or dog allergies. They are extremely affectionate, energetic, and curious little animals that make a great pet for individuals and families alike. Additionally, they would make great therapy pets for those dealing with anxiety, depression, and other health issues. Another issue brought up during the original proposal was the idea that ferrets could get into other people's apartments, and I'd like to state, as a ferret owner, that mine have yet to reveal their secret superpower to break through drywall. So, unlike rabbits, guinea pigs, and other rodents, ferrets are carnivores. They do not have teeth that need to be constantly ground down, hence they're not the type of pet that bites on wires or bite through wood, etc. Yes, it's true that ferrets can find themselves in tight spaces, but they could not fit in a hole meant for a rat, for example. While it's not impossible for a ferret to end up in another apartment, you would need some rather large holes in your apartment and someone else is in the same building to encounter this issue. It seems like a pretty rare occurrence. Where do we draw the line then? Does the pet owner not share some responsibility in controlling their pet? Most people leash their dogs, crate them, or use baby gates to control their pet's whereabouts. Would proper restraint of an animal not also be expected from a ferret owner, or any pet owner for that matter? Aggression was one of the topics brought up at the proposal that personally upset me. My ferrets have never bitten anyone before, and I felt comfortable leaving my niece with them when she was as young as 2. I can assure you a 2-year-old is not very gentle with any creature, yet my boys were both patient with her, even gave her kisses for all the petting that she gave them. That's not to say that ferrets can't bite. All animals with a mouth can bite. But it takes patience and persistence for pet parents to raise any animal to not bite. We need to remember that ferrets are domestic animals bred repeatedly to achieve submissive, calm, and obedient traits. I originally hail from Miami, Florida, and I lived there for over 20 years. I had a similar experience in that I was always bombarded with horrifically negative and false information on pit bulls. If you're not aware, pit bull terriers are banned even to this day within Miami-Dade County. I was under the impression that they were aggressive, unpredictable, and borderline wild. I'll be honest, when I first moved to New York City over 5 years ago, I was extremely nervous walking outdoors next to these thought-be killers. I mean, pit bulls are all over the city. It didn't take much investigative work to see that these nanny dogs are the sweetest, most patient dogs out there. Yes, of course, there are aggressive pit bulls, but is that their true nature, or is that twisted nurture? It's misinformation, it's sensationalism in the press, it's just a bunch of unknowns. So I asked those making a vote today, would we as responsible pet owners, parents, wives, husbands, aunts, uncles, cousins, and friends, would we want an aggressive animal in our home? Why would we fight for the right to own an animal we thought would put ourselves or our loved ones at risk? There are millions of ferrets in the USA, and I assure you that there are thousands, if not more, within our city. Most exotic pets will see them. Most pet stores will sell ferret-specific items as well. And if you don't believe me, I encourage you to walk into any Petco, PetSmart, or Petland in the 5 boroughs and see for yourself that they sell ferret food, litter, beddings, toys, and so on. If no one had ferrets in the city, there wouldn't be businesses catering towards them. New York City is a progressive city. It's an open city, and I wish that they could take this moment to prove that you care to listen to its citizens. And if you haven't heard of massive ferret attacks in the city, that's because they're not happening. We are here, we're not abandoning our sweet, domesticated, non-aggressive pets. We are responsible pet owners, and we're begging to be able to take our pets to the vet without fear, be able to enjoy a vacation and leave our ferrets at a capable boarding facility, or even just go outside and let them feel the sun or the grass beneath their paws. We need to stop making this a joke and address the added stress that we put on ferret owners daily by making their pets banned. No matter what the board decides today, according to the American Ferret Association, ferrets are still the 3rd most popular pet in the nation. The majority, 48 states in the country still allow ferrets as pets, and the largest ferret farm in the country is just a few hours drive north of here upstate. Ferrets will not be leaving the city anytime soon, and I encourage the health department to not ignore the issue and finally allow us to keep them. Please fine us. Make us register. Do whatever you think it takes to make the law beneficial to the city. We've been ready for decades to take proper legal responsibility for our beloved pets, and thank you for your time.
Thank you. Joel Leon.